Srimate Nama Guruji.
Srimate Nama.
Thank you for sharing your precious time with us today. There are a lot of questions that have come to seekers, and one of the questions is, a lot of people pray. Millions of people go to churches, temples, mosques, but the frequent complaint is, why aren't my prayers being answered?
Many times I told prayer is not a solution for problems. That's for sure. And to keep us peaceful and to keep us free from desires, it's always to believe in a philosophy. Any philosophy is a myth. Nobody is there to prove that there is a next birth, there's a previous birth, there's what is self-realization. Because the self-realized person will not be able to talk. For him, there's only one. There's nothing, no other entity to talk. So having said that, it's always good to believe in a philosophy that what you experience now is as a result of what you have done in the past, which cannot be repaired. But you can compress that by service and also some prayers and following your Guru. Having said that, there are two different scenarios here. We do accept in any religion that God, universal consciousness, is always having the highest form of good qualities, compassion, unconditional, never-ending compassion, and equal to all creatures, even human beings, good and bad, all creatures. Even a small frog hiding behind a rock also gets its food because of the compassion of the God. Here is a situation, a person is suffering from poverty, not able to even eat 2 square meals a day. If he prays or she prays in the right manner, the mantra, it need not be a powerful mantra. I mean, every mantra is powerful. That's what the Shastra says. Whatever you talk, akara, dikshakaranta, matruka, varnarupani, everything we speak is mantra. That is the reality. So whatever mantra, whatever prayer that Jiva does, with the proper bhava behind that. Once you start, before you start the prayer, the problem is behind you. And you need to understand it is the problem which pushed you towards the prayer, not the prayer which is going to solve the problem. You understand what I say? It's the problem that is pushing you towards the prayer. So here is the God, and here is the Jiva, going in this direction in the name of responsibilities, in the name of desires, priorities, targets, aims in the life. He goes. And this is Universe Mother. She doesn't want her child to go in a different direction away from her. So she puts a hurdle. When the hurdle comes, the normal Jiva tries to escape from the hurdle in a mundane level and somehow make it in this direction. But the intellectual person will think, why this hurdle is coming? He goes to a Guru and asks, okay, now you do this prayer. He turns his direction towards the right target. Once, before turning, his awareness is on the problem. But after he turns, the problem should disappear. That's not happening. So once he's praying, he moves slowly towards the real target. And once he reaches, there's no more problem at all. The actual problem is not forgetting the problem. If you don't forget the problem, your prayer is forgetting the problem. Understand the difference between these two?
Yes.
You pray not forgetting the problem, for forgetting the problem. So the prayer should not be having the background of the problem, number one. Number two, if you ask for the minimum, the mother will give anyways. You pray. There are many instances. But you need to be free from the I factor, I am doing, and the desire, the purpose, everything. I want peace. You remove the I, which is ego, want, desire, and the peace is with you. Same is the care. So that will be sanctioned. That's the first scenario. The second scenario, you have $1 million, but you want the second million. Well, there's a lot of difference between these two. Well, that also will be granted, because now your problem is a bigger problem because you are not satisfied with what you have, and the discontentment is the real problem. That's why they say bhavadaridhyam. The poverty here is much greater than the poverty outside. I have one pair of clothes, I'm happy, at least I have a pair second. But if I'm craving for other suits and everything, then I'm a beggar, in spite of all my. So this person who is trying for the second million also will be granted. Well, the Rakshasas have done 500 years of tapas, and Vishnu has to come. Just because he's a Rakshasa, he says, no, I won't come. But you have to do 500 years of japam. But the Rishi can just simply, Vithala, he says, Gaura Kumbha. He comes, did you call me? He comes before him. Because it's a desireless prayer. The closeness is there. So in as much as the desire is the Rakshasa. So if you have a desire, that too, getting for the second million, well, you do tapas for 500 years. Not 500 years, but you do a sadhana regularly for specified number of hours at a specific time with specific condition. You will get it. So the reason for the prayers not being heeded, number one, that is the ignorance of us that my prayer is not heeded. That statement itself is not correct. Because Lalita Sahasranam says, Amatir Medha Sritis Prajarandama. Before your thought, I will be there. So before you start thinking about the prayer, she is there, ready to already solve the issue. The moment you thought about going to the garden, do a prayer, she solved the issue. But then, it is your headache, you go to the God and say, carry the problem with you and say, please solve my problem. I already solved it. So you want to carry it again? Okay, carry it again. That's your problem, not my problem. Isn't the difference?
Right.
So the ignorance that my prayer is not, we want to see something visible. That's our karmic weakness. So it may be silent also. We are talking about a job, maybe she's thinking about the peace of mind because the job which you are going to get has got a horrible boss which will spoil the entire life of you. She will provide the same money through another source, but you want a job in a particular company for a particular salary at a particular time in a particular area. You fix everything, then the prayer will get delayed. So a generic prayer will always be heard very quickly. Please see that I'm peaceful. Please see that I'm devotional. Please see that I'm happy. And as much as everybody around me happy. That prayer will be solved, heard immediately. Srimad.